The first thing we did was walk into the space, and walking into the space you had a gorgeous bank lobby that was built in the 50s, so it had a lot of cues to mid-century modern design, and it had this magnificent mural that was back there. So we had a couple options when it came to repurposing the space. Either turn it into an office space that the community wouldn't be able to enjoy, or turn it into a hospitality space that could, just like Ocean Blue, become the backdrop to people's special events, graduations, Friday night dinners, any night before the show. Nostro's it's a banking term. In banks, there's two different types of accounts that a bank could have. They could have a Nostro account or a Vostro account. It's when they have an account in another bank in another state. So like if Bank of Utica had an account at the Bank of Syracuse, it would be a Vostro account. And when Bank of Utica has an account inside Bank of Utica, it's called a Nostro account, ours versus theirs. So being that Ocean Blue used to be a bank and this used to be a bank, it's kind of a play on words, and it's both Latin and Italian, so it was kind of fitting for both. So Nostro just means ours, so it's kind of our way of saying that there's more than one way to do Italian food, and this is ours. It wasn't an easy undertaking. We had to take a bank lobby that did not have the amount of bathrooms we needed, did not have the plumbing in the kitchen that we needed for a bar and all of that. It took an army, but we did it in phases. We were done with this restaurant before COVID happened. We just have to put the final touches on it. We are ready to go. We moved fast and furious, and we'll be open in July. We're calling it social dining, but for lack of a better term, it's family style. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's tapas. They're larger portions, but they are designed to be shared. So unlike a typical dining experience where everybody would come in and maybe order an appetizer for the table and everybody orders their entree and then you get to dessert, it's going to be all about everything being passed around to the table. So we are going to guide our customers through as if they're going to dinner at their grandmother's house and it's all the dinner that's coming to the tables. What we are trying to do with Nostro is really change the way people dine downtown, add another element to the downtown dining experience that is completely different than Ocean Blue. You will come in here and get such a light-hearted, enjoyable, social feeling when you walk in here that you're not going to want to leave. This is the type of place that we want you to expect to spend 2 to 4 hours every time that you come in here. Our menu here is not to have the same Italian food that you find in every other Italian restaurant that's serving an Italian-American menu. We are an Italian restaurant serving the food that's being eaten in Italy right now. My wife and I, we're into the way people feel. So one thing you'll notice about our restaurants that's a little bit different than other restaurants in town is we're not just focused on our food, we're focused on the entire package. We want you to come in here and have a certain feeling more than just coming here because we have chicken riggies on the menu that you really like. We're about that feeling, and I think Nostro captures a feeling more than Ocean Blue could because there's so much character in this place. There's such great bones that were here before we got this space that are going to lead to people just sitting here and staring at all. There's a reason why we don't have TVs in here. There's so much to look at, and we wouldn't have time to look up at a TV. One of the most exciting parts about this restaurant is this kitchen. I'd go as far as to say it's the nicest kitchen I've ever seen in my life, so it's pretty exciting that it's our kitchen for Nostro, and it's going to help us put out some of the greatest food that this city has seen. On top of it being such a cool kitchen, one of the coolest parts was being able to work with local vendors. Doing this project, we worked with the 3 biggest restaurant vendors in Central New York: Restaurant Equipment Company through Casa Imports, Joseph Flehan on Broad Street, and David Flehan on Bleecker Street. All 3 of those companies, we split up this project between them, whether it was the hot kitchen equipment, the cold kitchen equipment, the custom metal fabrication, or all of the endless smallwares and plates and all of that stuff that's necessary to run an operation like this. I was able to work with these local companies, and it makes doing a project like this in an area like Central New York so incredible. Having these resources right here, 3 major companies that I can work off with and bounce ideas off to put together a kitchen like this and create an environment that future chefs of Central New York can work in that they would never have been able to work in before. The city was transformative in this project. We worked hand in hand with the IDA, with Urban Renewal. They gave us all of the resources that we needed and the guidance to make sure that we were following the master plan of the city to get this project done in line with everything that Mayor Palmieri, his vision of where the direction that the city was going, and making sure that our plans fell in line with everything that the city was doing. And I think just like Ocean Blue did, I think that this location is going to follow right in its footsteps and be something that we can be proud of, the city can be proud of, and the administration can be proud of.